Here we see the new functionalities like tab switching. So for today's videos we make a tab switching functionality with scrollable element. Means each tab have its own scrollable elements, and this is the fully responsive, and you can check some elements are not visible. So for that you can simply click on link, then you can see the other elements. So first we need some files, HTML files, CSS files and JavaScript. First make index.html, app.js and style.css for styling. And for index I use the snippet, Sublime snippet, and title I will give tab switch tabs, link the style sheet and JavaScript file. First make a container which like as a parent one. For title I will use the header title. Inside I use the p tag where I write select favorite programming. So this tab is related to your programming. Now you can check in browser. Now move to styling. So for body I will simply put margin 0, padding 0, and box size is border box. Font family I will take Arial, and background color for simplicity I will use white. For text color simply put as a gray text color. And now design or style your container. Position is relative, so you can easily relate your position with other elements. Width is 100%, max width I will take 900, padding 0.35, margin be 0 top bottom, and left right be auto. So your container is in center. Now style the title, header title. For simply I used flex, and write all other switches, or you can say tab, which is inside in switch layout. First one is active, so for that use active switch class, and for navigate the other switches I will use a data tab like switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. This relate the ID of the scrollable element, or sorry, scrollable content. Yeah, scrollable content. Second one is the switch 2, switch 3, switch 4, and so on. First I will take programming, then compiler, website, YouTube, and last one I will put as a general. Okay, next you move your designing part. So width use 100%, align atom for center because you already declared display as a flex, and content also be a space between. Design this p tag. So for that font size you can take as a 22 pixel, font weight bold because some I want some text be a bold. Line height 24 pixel, letter space, word spacing in a text. So for that use word spacing. Now design each switch. So for designing a switch, display flex, and I want X overflow. So for use auto. Border bottom 1 pixel because for good UI I want some bottom border. Scrollable width I don't want some width showing in browser, so for that use none. Padding bottom 10 pixel, give some space between your border and your text. Font family Courier. And now design. I don't want like this scrollable element is visible in other browser, for that so simply display none. And design each switch. So flex direction is 0 0 auto, and margin be want some space between them. So 10 pixel, 5 pixel and 0. Padding be 5, 10 and border radius 4 pixel. Border bottom 1 pixel solid and transparent, because when I hover then not fluctuate the text. So for that I use transparent and border bottom. Text align center, font size is 15 pixel, line height 18 pixel, and I want some animation. So for that use border bottom 3 second and ease in out. Now this is the extra. If you want to use then you can, otherwise leave it. Switch focus, like user select and outline, and this focus is used basically when you put the mouse on text, then it shows some cursor. So for that I use these lines. So, and when I hover particular switch, then I want some border bottom. So position relative and border radius is 0 pixel. I want simply a underline. Okay, now design the first one, which one is the active switch. So background color be something like gray or color be white. Border radius first 4 pixel. Okay, simply first I use color is white and background color like something gray, which I already declare above. And for tab switching use JavaScript. I want some event listener which is already defined in JavaScript. DOM content load, when the page is loaded then this JavaScript code is run or executed. So for that this event listener is used. First one is fire event on each switch. So for that I need to select all the switches. So use document.query selector all and grab the all switches. So inside query selector all write your class name, and after that for content, like when I click the tab then content is displayed. For time being I need to comment this line. Now working on all switch, first loop through all the switches and grab first one. So for that not this one, for that now I have a single switch. For when I click then I want some fire event listener, that event is click. Then again fire all the switch and check which switch has class already, which means which tab is active one. So first I need to remove the class, and then means triggered switch has added this class active switch. And now you can check, if you click on the switch then you can check, but you check that when I move another switch then it will some border. So for that I need to remove border radius be 4 pixel. Now it's working fine. Here we implement switch content of a particular tab. Like each tab have its own content and all content is scrollable. So for that first for separating each switch content I take I comment and take ID. This ID is related to data tab of particular switch layout, and after that I take two buttons, one for left scrolling and another one is right, and data direction is left, and inside button for designing left arrow and right arrow take as inside a span. This one is the right arrow, and this is the class which for handling UL and LIs. So take switch container, and after that take another div with class switch container track, like tracking all UL and LIs. This is the list, and switch container list I take here. I take as a div, but you can use UL, and after that LIs, and after LI this is the subheading of switch content, and after subheading take lots of LIs, but before wrap inside the UL. So this is the class sub switch list and defined different LIs. If you want this element as a clickable, so take as a anchor tag, and inside href you can write your URLs related to that LIs. And first one is by default first two LIs are visible, and if you want to show more div more LIs, so for that you can click view more, and after view more these all LIs are invisible or hidden. So for click view more, I will handle this from JavaScript, and this is the hidden LIs. So all LIs are wrapped inside a div. So when you click after view more, when you click a view more, then these these LIs which is hidden at starting are visible. And last one is the viewless. So when you click viewless LI, then all LIs, all displayed LIs are invisible again. Now we can simply design these div LIs and ULs in CSS. So first I take like switch content. So for content, give padding 20 pixels and left right 0, display none at starting, but for designing purpose I can comment this. So I can simply design these elements. And now it's part 4 S3, font size be 16 pixel, font weight I take 600, and here you can, this is the not list style, this is the line height 24 pixel. I mistakenly write list style. Margin bottom is 10 pixel, and design the buttons. Position be absolute because parent one is relative position, so I can take as a absolute. Border radius is 50% and border none. Color text top 50%. You can simply remove the border radius because I simply want as a arrow. I remove the background, so here border radius and border is not affected here. You can also get rid of this. You can simply use this one, top, transform, cursor, z index, justify content is center. I want button as in center, so use display the flex. And first one is opacity 0.1. when I hover, then it will be visible more clearly. So for that, on switch content hover, the section scroll button is visible, so opacity is 0.9. now you can see. And after that, design the which one part, like scroll button and span tab, the arrow section. So for that, top is -6 pixel, font size I want some greater, so it's visible more clearly, and position be relative. After define or design each one, so the position of left and right buttons, left button I take left as 0, so it's aligned to left, and for right be a 0, so both buttons are now separated from each other. And next one is container, where all UL and LIs are present. So for that, basically outline is like when you click on any text or any element, then the cursor is visible there. So for that I use outline, none, and visibility visible. Now track, so for that overflow I don't want, so hidden, position be relative, z index is 0. Next one is which one, yeah, this div. Basically this is not a div, this you can take as UL. Here I use div, WebKit, backface visibility, hidden, display as a MS flex box, display flex. So above 3 are the browser compatibility, and height be I want 100% for respective div, margin be 0, and padding here not important, is basically when you override the CSS functionality, like parent have some CSS and a same div has a different classes. So for that, if you use already use this functionality and you want to override, so for that purpose we use the not important in CSS. And MS overflow style, none. These three are again browser compatibility. Now design the now I take like different li, so now these two are the parallel one. If you want like something is missed from your side, so you can simply pause the videos and write all the codes. And I don't want to display the scrollable bar in different browser, so for that I display none. Now design the slide. So width I take 30%, like each li have the width of 30% in desktop side, like if your screen is bigger. So for that width is 30%, margin bottom 20 pixel, and next one is the WebKit backface visibility hidden, and box sizing is border box, MS flex negative is 0, flex shrink. So these all are the flex properties of CSS, I think introduced in CSS 3 or 5, I don't know. Now list style type, none. Now you can see here the unheaded part and the headed part. So position relative. Now design the UL, list style type, none, padding 0, sub switch list li I target the li of ul, margin b 5 pixel 0 means top bottom 5 pixel, and target the anchor tab of li. For text decoration none, color be black, I want black, font weight 400 and font size little bit smaller, yeah, 15 pixel, line height 24 pixel. Sub switch list li a hover means when you hover a particular li's, then text decoration is underlined, and color I want this one. You can customize according to you. Now you can check here on hover, the color of the anchor tab is different. And for yeah, that's good for me. Now which part is remaining? View more. So now view more is visible black, but I want some different color. So both view more and view less, both I want as a some different color like red. So for that color be now change the color, that's fine. Cursor pointer, font size 13 pixel, smaller than the above one, so you can easily distinguish. And what we can do now, we handle from JavaScript like hide or unhide li's. When we click on view more, then hided part will be visible, and when we click on view less, then again it hide. So first I grab the view more by query selector and loop through, because I have the different I have more than one classes for view more. So for that I first grab the class, then loop through all of them and grab the particular one. So for that when we how I can find the which one is clicked? So for that I find the closest ul, and in parent ul I get the class, I get the whole div, and from above. And if you want like how these JS are actually work, so you can easily debug in browser side. In previous video I think I will show here also, so you can direct debug in browser and check how these variables have get the values, and how like query selector is worked. So in parent ul I get all the div, and for that I get the class like after view more of li. And here show count, I want some value shows which how many li's are invisible, how many li's are not visible. So for that I want like numbers of li's. So first get the count and get the after view more and check if after view more have not any li's. So for that case first need to check length, if the length should be greater than 1, if not then simply style that view more is none, means that li's is not visible. And after that count span I want to show the text, so hidden element I got the li's, all li's, and find the length and minus the 1. Now you can check here, get the values, dynamic values. Now fire the event on view more text. So when I click, then got the parent one, like which one is clicked, got the next siblings, and parent one be display as a block. These are the styling which are handled in JavaScript. And for view style it's display none, and now again so these events are now working fine. So when I click here, I forget write view less in li, so you can write here first view less in each sections of tab. Now you can check here, these are working fine. In this section I add different switch tab and handle all the tab switching. So you can simply copy and paste different switch according to you or tab, and you can also copy from here. And first this div is extra, so I want to delete this one. So you take a look, this section is for tab 1. You can copy all these LIs for multiple multiple LIs for JavaScript framework or another. So this div is another tab like tab 2. You can, if you design first one, then you can simply copy remaining one, and if you don't want, then you can simply copy from here, write code, and this div is tab 3, remove this extra div. Okay, next handling the handle, like when you switch another tab, then the content is shown respective to that tab. So how I can implement? First one, comment the display none section, from where yeah, this switch content, and comment this one. So switch second and switch third are hide. And now what we can do, handle each tab or each switch. So uncomment one, okay, and from here I forget to write dot, like grab the switch content. So here call the class switch content, and here I got all the content list of particular tab. And now when I click the tab, then section of only that tab should be visible. So for that, loop through all the classes, and after that the class which have the div which have a class like display or active one. So first one is that okay, first I need to check like which ID is selected, like data tab. So for that first I check here, and if is matched or get the true, that it display, otherwise hide the content. Now it's working fine. So this one is the, and here I also debug the JavaScript code in browser. First get the JS code where I write, and simply in left hand side where the numbering show, you can simply put the debugging here. If I click on that line, that the debugging mode is on. When I fire the event, then you can check here, this content li get all the properties of tab, and for switch or list you get all the divs. And here I check, like I got the switch 1, and this also get the switch 1. So it's matched, then the is visible, otherwise none. Okay, thanks. This is the last video of this playlist. Here I make this page as responsive and handle the scroll bar. So how this error come? Because in handle scroll button I forgot pass the argument, like which switch first is get. So now you can check this error is gone. So first you can if anything you forget to write the JS code, then you can simply pause the video and get the code. And now first we make the page as responsive. So for that add a media query in CSS file, and I use like 720 pixel of screen size. Here I use only one media size, but if you want like different screen size, then you can Google it and use the different media screen size. But for this page you can simply use 720 pixel is enough for that. So first container, for container I want to show as a column. For flex direction padding is 0 and width I take as a 90%, because I want some padding or some spaces around the elements or around the div. Second one is title. The font size is little bit large, so I want some reduce the font size. And the third one is the like but we can change the layout size. So for tab section I want some padding around them, and if any one tab is not visible on the screen side, that it's simply scrollable, you can scroll that. Last one is the not last one, and here make as a responsive this section, like whole section is, so display as a flex, and flex direction is column. And now switch container track is like the main div. Okay, position is inherit and sorry relative. If any HTML code which is if you think that my some point you not write any code, then you can simply pause the video and write all the remaining codes. Now li I want some for this screen size I want only 2 LIs should be visible. So for that I want width should be 60%. At the side or the bigger screen it is 30%, you can check here, but in a smaller screen only 2 div is visible. So for that I want simply width as 60%. Now it's I think it's more look clear and attractive. Next one is this UL section. So display again I want as a flex direction as column, and for track and li, and after that this li, the subpart width should be 100% and margin is 0. Now you can check here the bigger screen it's look like this one, and a smaller one you can check here. Now come another part. This scrollable code is already functioning, like when I scroll left or right the button is visible, like opacity is reduced or then button click handle. Okay, when I click on buttons like left buttons or right button, so first at starting I want show only the right button because the div is already in right side, and fire on event listener for right button, like when the user click on right button then event is fired. First I take as a current scrollable position. So first I whenever I click the button I scroll only two divs, two li. So for that I first I need to get the positions of the current LIs, and max scroll should be like switch list and get the scrollable width minus switch list and client width. So here I get the max scroll, and I can check here like my current scrollable position. You can simply play with that the value play with the values like which how much portion you want to show, and how much of opacity you want for the buttons. So you can play with the code, and now inside the condition here I check if that the condition is satisfied or get the true value, then left button should be display block and the opacity is 1. At the starting it is 0. At the starting it is 0.3. Similarly for the right button, and after that I plus the scrollable left, means how many portion or how many LIs is moved to left or right. Now this part is working fine for the right hand side, but actually I think I mistaked some part. I need this value inside if condition. Okay, so first if I think if my current scroll position is 0, then this should be visible, and if the condition is false then it goes to the else part, and here I can simply again write these if condition and change the condition like if greater than the 0, then that case button should be visible, or opacity of the button is low or more. You can change according to you. So it's all depend on you. You can play with this condition and debug in browser, so you can easily check the behavior of how JavaScript actually work. Now but I think that right event listener is done, and move to second one. So copy the section and grab the left button. When user click or fire the click event, then handle these scenarios like first grab the current scrollable position. So I want same values, I can copy from above, and here I get the values. And check the condition. If current scroll position is greater or equal, so I need to remove this slide width into 2. So if this if condition is satisfied, and here I'm multiply with the slide width into 2 because I want 2 div or handle with the 2 LIs. Now this position, current scroll position greater than 0, then these things be visible or hide, unhide. So it's a large part, you can change the values according to you what the condition you want. And so this is the pure JavaScript code, not here I not use any third party package of JavaScript like Scrollable and the tab switching. And this is the, I think, purest JavaScript code, and you can easily understand how these functionalities actually work. Here I can change as the max scroll value, and right button style. Actually I don't want right button when it's already in last div, last LI. So yeah, if you like this playlist, then please like, subscribe and comment and share with your friends so my channel can grow. And for more videos I will make another playlist related to JavaScript, HTML, CSS or Java. Yeah. Now it's working here, you can check. So thanks for watching, see you again, bye.